What's happening, everybody? It is Lord Beardo from Loot Nation, and we are coming at you today with a brand new Clash of Clans video all about that sweet, sweet, tender loving loot. Oh my goodness. These big loot raids, this is what the game is all about, man. You can't progress your base at all unless you go out and grab some loot, unless you're just doing like booster collectors, but I have a feeling that no one's doing booster I haven't boosted my collectors outside of a 1 gem boost in a really long time. Virus is going to drop both his free spells right on those infernos in the middle. Clear all around the outside of the base. He's dialing it in really nice here. He's got his haste spells to continue his army all the way through, and look at all the loot is on the back half of the base. Homeboy clears out 50% of the base before he even starts collecting any of the loot, and guess what? He's sitting on a milli. He's got to grab a million from this raid. I'm seeing a lot of these bases up in Legends, and I'm sure that it's very popular up in Titans as well. And they stack all their air defenses on one side, and they stack their Eagle Cannon and a lot of their Teslas on the opposite side. And in this particular one, it doesn't really affect Virus that much. His heroes are going to start coming around, getting close to all these defenses here. He hits his king ability just in time for those lava pups and the minions to catch up to the Eagle Cannon and start working on some of the defenses and moving right onto the loot. Now the queen starts getting banged out a little bit over here, but she's okay. Couple thumping of the cannon's not going to stop her. She's going to move right over. We got one last defense after this cannon is down right there, and now she just has to target that archer tower. One hit and boom, it's just going to be a chip shot for the win. Today's video is all about that big money, those huge loot raids. Are you guys finding this big loot out there? If you are, thumbs up, drop a comment in the bottom, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already involved. We got our Twitter at Lord_Beardo as well. Getting all the business side away, we are going to lock up the rest of this raid in 2, in 1, boom, 3-star Virus, over a million, not even taking into consideration that loot bonus, which I'm sure was sitting around 400,000 or 500,000 in and of itself. Now Lord Nocturnal is gonna slide up into this base with a little bit of a ground and pound army. He's using some of the miners for his loot raids. If you guys are at Town Hall 10 and you're looking at ways to make big loot, mainly for your heroes. I know a lot of people are just farming heroes for the most part and keeping their defenses rather low. That means you don't have to focus on gold. You just have to go in there and get enough elixir for your army, and then always going for that dark elixir. Get your heroes done, get your walls done, kind of take it easy with the defenses. I've been telling people that since the day I started this game. You don't need to update or upgrade all your defenses. It's not the most important part of the game. The most important part of the game are troops, and your heroes are the most important part of the game. The entire army is going to break into the middle here. He rages them, he heals them, he's got spells overlapping each other. Maybe he could have cascaded him out a little bit different. That freeze spell will stop the Inferno Tower as the wizards take down the town hall and continue to funnel and continue to fight behind the king. Now I feel like just playing Clash Royale has kind of helped me out when it comes to attacking bases on like a compartmentalized attacking process, because you just get used to putting a couple golems down or a couple giants and some wizards behind it, and you're more strategically fighting certain parts of the base. So it's kind of cool. The games kind of play with each other a little bit right here. The queen still got her walk. She still got her healers, man. She is going to be immortal this raid unless she gets over by that Inferno Tower, but he's holding on to her ability, so we'll see if he can't snatch up some extra loot here. He is going to move right up to that wizard tower and then take down that archer tower, and then he'll have some free reign on some nice loot. No, there she goes, man. The queen. Why does the queen go for the storages when she's getting shot by the tower? Where's your AI smarts? Supercell, give us smarter troops and make the bases more complicated to attack. That's my vote right there. I want smarter troops. I want to know what they're going to do and why they're going to do it, not just the haphazard nature of all the troops. It's so crazy. How do they come up with all these algorithms? Gladdy is getting all the loot taken. Lord Nocturnal, it's going to be a close fight here. He actually ends up jumping over that Millionairs raid once he gets into his bonus. And these are just big, solid loot hits against some top bases right here. And I always throw it up. I'll be like, hey, clan, who got the Millie run for me? And I always get the big responses. And look at this big response from Pac-Man going in on Rick, a Town Hall 10, but homeboy's got one of his Infernos down. How do you only have one Inferno down? That's what I want to know. Did he just keep getting attacked from one side of his base? Or what? Because why would only one of them be down? The loons are going to come right across, follow up to the lava hound. The haste spells are down in abundance. They're circling around the town hall. They're moving around. They're freeing up all the defenses so the pups and the minions and everything in between can go ahead and snatch up that good loot. The queen isn't a factor, and that's what's so cool about these loon raids. It used to be ride or die when it comes to the queen. If you didn't get the queen down, you weren't even going to be able to have a good raid. And now you don't really have to worry about the queen so much. The lava pups, they'll go right on top of her. The minions will go on top of her, and all around you just don't have to pay that much attention to the queen. And I agree with that. I think it got a little annoying. It got a little overboard with the loon raids back in the day. But check that out. He takes that last wizard tower down, hitting that mortar right there, going down to the cannon. He's got minions. He's got a king. He's got all sorts of troops to go ahead and try to snatch up that last 400k in the base. And look at this, my goodness, 700,000. Oh, he is crushing this base, and this is before the bonus, people. That's another, I don't even know, 400,000 extra, maybe 500,000 extra, getting that champions one. I think, what is it, like 240 each, which would be right under 500k. That would put this raid over the 2 million mark. Very, very close to getting to my record of 2.4 million. But let me hear from you guys. Do you know anybody out there personally who has gotten over 2.4 million? Because that's the biggest raid that we've had in Loot Nation for a while. Now, Goopster, somebody who hasn't run air raids in quite some time. I think it's been 2 or some odd years. Once he saw the effectiveness of the loons in war, he was like, you know, I gotta jump on this. I gotta see what the craze is all about. He puts down his free spell right on the Inferno. Good job there too, not wasting it on the Eagle Cannon. The balloons get hit a little bit, but not really too much, and that was a solid freeze spell on that Inferno. And I just feel like that freeze was lasting forever. It's been a while since I've used double freezes in a loon raid. Maybe I'll have to give it a try. I do feel like I'm not fighting as well in the Legends League with the loon composition that I have, so I'm gonna have to go out there and do some research on a new composition. I think the way that I set myself up with the clone spell and trying to funnel everything into the middle, I think once all the air defenses got rearranged and all the expos got rearranged, it kind of changed the way that the air needed to be attacked. So I just started using this one loon composition right when they buffed them, but then they kind of just, they're not really doing it for me right now. There's something about it, like it's a good 2-star, it's very lucky 3-star now, where I feel like it was all 2 stars guaranteed and a good amount of 3-star. I mean, you could just go back through my channel and watch a couple videos of me crushing on these 3-stars, man. Top Town Hall 11 bases. Now, I don't know if it was because a lot of people were working on defenses, but something fishy, man. Did they nerf the balloons? Is there a Supercell secret that happened? Remember when they nerfed the miners and they said it was a game fix? Like, every time you change anything in the game, it's a game fix. They tried to sneak it in there, steal our miners away. Are they stealing our balloons in top gameplay? Not too sure. But go ahead, if you got any good Town Hall 11 strategies or video recommendations, go ahead and put them in the bottom. I always go and check everybody's channel out who comes onto my channel and says, hey, check my channel out. I always get the spam alert, like, hey, check my channel. and I always do. I without doubt, I always have gone and checked out other people's channels. I got nothing better, man. I'm sitting here making vids. I gotta check out what the comp is like, dudes. But we're gonna jump right into this raid again with Nocturnal, and this one is gonna be offering a milli right off the bat. No bonus needed. And how great was that bonus? Like, they came out with such a great way of giving us more loot through the loot cart and the league bonuses. When they came out with the league bonuses, I gotta say that was one of my favorite updates that they had, other than the one where we got all those different troops. But I really loved the loot bonus update. There was such a void in the game. It was everybody was sitting in gold and crystal. Nobody was in masters and nobody was in champions. Now I feel like there's just traditional bases sitting in champions and masters. Like, if you play this game for 2 years, you don't want to have a gold emblem, you don't want to have a crystal emblem, and they did a really good job at promoting going up, and it evened the game out pretty well. I really do believe. Even when I press with my Town Hall 8, I'm moving right up into Crystal, and I was like, man, Crystal was kind of tough to get to as a Town Hall 8 when I started 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, but now it's not so bad. So here we go. Nox gonna throw his miners in the middle and heal him up. Yes, he is bringing some retro 2016 summer miners to the battle, and he is gonna get a lot of defenses down with those miners. They are a good accompanying troop. I think they need to be reworked and retweeted. They got buried deep in this game. No one even talks miner anymore. It's all bowlers, and now it's all loon. These bowlers are going to continue to help out on that expo. Miners are going to help take that expo down. It is killing those giants. My goodness, look at this king in here. The king has got one breath of life. He's totally gone. Miners taking down that gold right there, and he's already at 400,000 to each, but his queen is on the wrong side of the raid. Oh my goodness, she's gonna get frozen up in the top of the base. And check out these little gobs getting it in on that wall. They're trying to go for the collectors. And time is going to be a big factor in this raid here, because he's still got this queen charging up hard. That one wizard is just stealing all the loot, snatching it up. And will he break the 1 milli mark without having to get the bonus? Don't know. I just don't think it's going to be possible. He's got 2 big collectors and 2 big storages to try to get over to, and he doesn't ellipse that million mark, but the bonus will throw him over the milli. And what I love, what's so great, is when you hit these big milli runs on the same raid where you get your daily star bonus. That's fun, because it's like, hey, that was a smashing raid. Well, here's a couple extra 100,000 loot just in case you needed it. So Nox raid is gonna run out of time. Queen was alive. I think she would have probably been able to get that done. I don't think that Archer Tower had enough to take her down if she got through that wall. But whatevs, man. The raid is over. The video itself is actually over. So thank you guys for hanging out today. Peace out. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. Beardos, I'm getting a lot of comments that are like, why is this channel not bigger? You got to sub up, like, and comment. Make it happen. Peace.